Well,
Why?
I've had to use mine several times without the safety guard because I lost it.
Oh,
And so I get down to where my mind says, okay, one more slice and my finger's gone, and then I stop.
yeah.
So
And
that's
then I'll find the protective guard.
why does that scale on snakes?
Because you can lose your
Oh,
finger.
you can cut your finger off with that. I've
Yeah,
done it.
really.
Not done it, but I mean, I have cut my fingertips many times with that.
Yep.
Oh, well, good morning, guys.
Oh, you like?
Yeah,
Ah,
Good morning.
good morning.
you've been live for a minute now.
That's all right. That's all right. A little early. That's cool.
Pickles said good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning pickles. What kind of onions did we get today?
I think we got some fried egg
Awesome.
or sweet.
Those are too round to be bodillas. Bodillas
They're
are
sweet.
sweeter. Okay.
Maybe just sweet onion.
I got some bodillas in the car I brought for Chase.
So, let's today's 9/11.
Dwayne said hello, everyone.
What's up, Big D? So today's 9/11. Do a little moment of silence. Do I still remember? Amen. So 9/11 is also your cousin, Jordan and Trevor. It's their birthdays.
Awesome.
It's Cooper's birthday.
Cooper. So we have a few birthdays to celebrate, and we had a great weekend. Busy week.
Pickles says, "Is this the Two Bearded Dudes Talk football channel?"
You know, it's funny you mentioned that. We were talking, Cub and I were talking about, I hadn't mentioned you yet, but since Cub's kind of wanting to slide away from being in the videos on the live, we were thinking, what could we come up with for our name? And I was like, Backyard Jocks would be kind of cool. Cub, you just had one. Oops, you forgot. So anyway, we're going to kind of kick things around. What was it? Grill Jocks.
I mentioned something about a beard. I don't know what I said.
Bearded Grill Jocks or something like that. So we got some ideas to kick around. And so then we'll change the hashtag from Cooking with Cubs to, I don't know, whatever we come up with. Whenever we get there. So ideas are welcome.
The Brit one?
Who?
The Brit. Whoever it is, said, looking forward to what's going on meat-wise, but folks a little expect from England on this day, 9/11.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And, the Queen passed.
Queen just passed.
Yeah.
So now we got the artist formerly known as Prince as the king.
Yeah. And, my wife's a little bummed about it because she wanted to watch. She's watched all the funerals.
Really?
And it's on Monday. So she has to work. So she was kind of bummed about that.
I remember when I was 11 years old, we were on vacation, and I was back in St. Louis, and the wedding for Diana was on every single channel. You couldn't get away from it. And I can just remember watching that with my grandma and grandpa, and just complaining, how long is this going to be? When is this going to be over?
But then as we get older, we kind of get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So some pretty cool little celebrations and memorials this weekend. Today. And I'm not sure if the Bengals are going to pull it out. That could be another memorial we got to put out. The Panthers are playing Cleveland. So kind of looking forward to that. And today's menu is kind of inspired by, not really. Somebody sent me a picture of fried onion burger, and I was like,
that is not what happened.
I said, that's an Oklahoma burger.
BFFR.
What?
BFFR. So, for real.
Oh. Well, no, that's what made me think, because it was a recent thing that I'd seen, and I was like, oh, yeah, we could do those. We haven't done those. The Oklahoma burgers. fried onion burgers, whatever.
So many names.
Yeah.
Oklahoma smash burger, Oklahoma onion burger, just plain onion burger.
So we're going to try that. We'll try our version of it. We'll make our version of it. So if we screw it up, it
can't be screwed up.
It's our version. So we're going to do that. We got the onions. We got this thing here that scares me more than snakes. It is a mandolin. And it does scare me more than snakes, so my sous chef will end up with that one. And I forgot my smash it. But it's alright because it's right outside the door. So, with that, welcome everybody. Cheers.
Should cook pickles. Should cook some panther steaks and throw tiger sauce on them.
So, tiger sauce.
I'm down to 2 bottles. I gotta make me another order.
And I got the Blackstone blackened steak, some Uncle Steve's smoked bomb, and some Luton Booty Jolly Roger out of the cupboard. So we can do a Bengals theme burger, black and orange, or not. It's up to this.
You're thinking too much into it.
Huh?
Exactly.
I haven't figured out how to do actual blue. Because like I was looking back through some of my older videos and found like a game day chicken wings I did. Where we did black and we used the hardcore carnivore black and made chicken wings. And then I also used like at the time it was an all-purpose rub from a friend of ours. And so I had the orange.
Okay.
That was the same one we did, I think, the bacon wrapped asparagus that you were with me on. And I was like, man, I still never figured out how to do the blue, so I have to like soak and like blue Kool-Aid.
Uncle Steve's in.
Just do some food coloring. The blue Kool-Aid would put a weird flavor on it.
It could, yeah, it could. Something we might play around with this football season.
We can do it.
Yeah. We'll play around with it. So I think, I don't know, do something different. So Cubs also got us a new drink. So
Pickle said not many blue foods.
there's not.
Slingshot Coffee Company. Coffee soda. Black cherry cola.
Yep. So I don't know what this is going to entail. How's that?
Yeah, I looked it up some more. Right there.
So, ooh, that's a lovely sound. All right, Cup. Cups wore out today.
I'm in pain.
So we had, we'll get into that. We'll get into our swimming.
My knee sure hurts. It's so
Don't
red.
trip over everything,
Yeah.
Rusty. All right,
Rusty, please don't trip. I'm sorry.
ready? Cheers. Cheers. Okay.
Oh,
This is delicious.
oh, Mom.
Yeah, not worth.
Do not.
Please try this.
Oh, I don't even know how to explain that. It's like if you took a shot of bitters.
That is awful. I would.
Oh,
Man, you need some black licorice to get that flavor out your mouth.
that's what it tastes like. Liquefied black licorice.
That is awful.
That's rough.
Well, I'll see y'all next week.
Dude. That's why we do these taste tests, so you guys don't have to.
We just saved y'all $6.
I had to hunt Mom down. She was upstairs, so I just started screaming at her. Mom hated it.
Yeah.
She made the same face we did.
Oh,
Man,
that's some nasty stuff.
That's nasty shit right there.
kind of makes you wish Peyton was here.
Ugh.
Why'd you drink it again?
maybe it'd get better, but it doesn't.
No.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Liquefied black licorice.
You know, you could put some tiger sauce in there.
That wouldn't help.
But you have to put so much it would cover up the flavor.
Raisin juice. If you've ever soaked raisins in water to rehydrate and drink the juice, bingo,
Whatever.
stirred with the black licorice.
Man,
I was young, dumb, and an alcoholic, so we did a lot of dumb stuff.
I put raisins
Oh,
inside
God.
some Applejack before, set it behind the furnace whenever I was younger.
Well,
That was not good.
no.
Man,
Raisins and Jack Daniels, or Jim Beam, pretty close right there. Soak some raisins in Jim Beam, then drink it. Ugh. Okay, so
man.
that's bad. Ooh. Oh.
It was bad.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
That sounds like prison wine.
Well, he was from St. Louis.
Drunken Chef said good morning, all.
Morning, Chef.
Man.
He just missed us taste test some awful, nasty.
Go ahead, Dad. Do it again.
No, I'm all out.
We're done.
Fortunately. Whew, that was bad. It's got my eyes watering. Oh,
It's not the onions. We ain't opened them yet.
yeah, no, I ain't got the onions open. All right, so let's get this thing open.
Apparently, this scares Dad.
Huh?
This scares you.
It does.
It's like a little Grado.
It is like an old brick. Man, my legs are sore today. So yesterday we had huge swim meet. There was what, 15 teams there?
No. We had about 20 teams.
It's already got.
We had over
Yeah, I'm just looking for the size adjustment.
a couple thousand songs.
Yeah, we had upwards of 20 teams, and I'm telling you what, it was busy, crowded. Our kids were fantastic. We didn't have anybody late to their event.
Nope.
We didn't have
We
anybody.
pulled people out the bathroom for that.
We didn't have anybody getting in trouble by the judges or anything like that. Our area my kids were really respectful, and really nobody got out of hand. Like,
Rusty, would you like help?
No, I just don't see the adjustment like mine has.
well, I don't know. I can tell you how many times I've used this. Here's the box and the instructions.
We don't need no stinking instructions.
Well, I know we're guys, but that thing's worse than a snake. So
Pickle says just always use the handguard, otherwise
Always.
danger.
Always.
I think it's a prefixed.
I think y'all are just over it.
No, to get the onions at the right viscosity
Yeah,
and
there's
thickness,
no adjustment.
got to
It's
be
just a go.
paper thin.
It's just a go.
Oh well.
Candy Wong is in. Hi all, I'm from Hong Kong.
Yes, hi Candy, how are you? How's things over yonder?
Continue what you were saying, Dad.
Our swim meet. It was busy. I can't say how proud I am of these kids. Saw a lot of times dropped. Bear Cub. I got to brag on her just a minute.
She said fine, and you?
We're good. We're tired. We had a huge swim meet yesterday, and that's what we're talking about. And Bear Cub dropped 10 seconds in her 100 freestyle.
No,
Nice.
you could have covered your mouth.
Really, you just got all over the computer. Anyway, so
You did it.
we got to brag on her a little bit about that. We saw some other kids drop time. One young lady was kind of stagnant on her times, and she dropped 2 seconds on her butterfly. So huge thing there. The boys relay dropped time, which was awesome because they were they're only taking 14 teams to qualify for state, and they were number 14. So they had to drop time to kind of help solidify their spot.
Right.
And we've only got so many events left or meets left before state. So they dropped more time. So
that I will say that relay, when we were sitting in the room that we were in, they all were like not like taking it seriously at all.
Yep.
Like they didn't realize that, oh, I have to go swim next. Absolutely not. And so I was like, hey, I gotta go
I
swim.
got you one right here. Yep. So
Check Steve Smith.
yeah, don't want to get y'all dirty up there.
Who was I wearing last week? Keekly.
Luke Keatley. So
Other way.
So that was I gotta brag on them a little bit. That's some awesome stuff. And I mean, I don't know how many kids we had drop time yesterday, but there was a bunch. The one little boy, I forget what school he's from, but you know, you can tell he's autistic, and he looks like bobber out there on a lake. You know, when you're out there bobber fishing, I mean, he's out there trying and swam his 50.
He's so funny. Just
and
talking
I mean,
to him, he's so
everybody was cheering him on, and
That's great. They just want to be included.
yeah. And there, I mean, everybody had finished, and he still had half the length to go. He had, 25 to go, and everybody was down there yelling at him, to encouraging him and stuff. So
Patty Josen.
I hope he they caught that on, because they had the live stream going. So I hope somebody watched that and saw that, because that's what it's all about.
I will say, it was very, very weird in the room that we were in, because to get lined up to for your race, you had to walk through the rain, which wasn't an issue, except a lot of people who are on our end of the building weren't taking what Mom was saying seriously of, hey, do not run through here. It's slippery. So I said, as one of my teammates, I said, now if we would hypothetically just keep letting people know that it's slippery and they fall, are they going to learn their lesson? No. But if we trip them, then they'll learn a lesson. And once we said that, 5 kids all fell at the same time. And I walked out. I said, no running in the building. And then, it got to a point that we were walking to go line up for a race. And someone slipped and started trying to grab other people to help them up. So then I fall, and then the other person falls, and then there's just all of our relay, who was standing perfectly fine, slipped onto the floor.
Well, that would have been one of the video clips to catch for America's Funniest Videos.
I tried it. At one point, we all tried to get up, and we kept falling because the mat was soaking wet. It wasn't a mat. It was just water.
Which other board?
I'm looking for your live. Usually in the
top door. We got different ones laying around. No one took the one. Cub took the one.
I took the red one. Your wife took the other one.
Yeah. So.
Drunken Chef said, "What are we cooking this morning?"
Oh, thanks, Chef, for trying to get me back on track. So we're gonna try to make what we call it, the Oklahoma burger, the onion fried burger, whatever. Because Baker Mayfield is playing for Carolina today against Cleveland, so do a little tribute to him.
That's the wrong word.
But what's his association with Oklahoma?
So, to my dismay, he went to Oklahoma College. So
I'm getting your lighter.
I don't really care for what he did when he was at Ohio, when Oklahoma played Ohio State, because he ran to the center field and jabbed the Oklahoma flag into the 50-yard line. But hey, whatever. So he left Cleveland, so he's playing now for Carolina, and they play each other today.
Excited. Can't wait to get home and see it.
And we're hoping the Bengals pull it out. Who knows what they're going to look like. The Rams looked terrible the other night.
They did. I was really, really shocked.
Yeah, I was too. What am I doing? Yeah, we need to cut these onions. Easily sidetracked. Easily, you know how this live goes.
Hey.
Yeah.
They're not gonna burn your food.
So, hey, you want them long ways?
Mom said that
would be fine. Just
smell,
half
like
that.
the drink smell, started to burn her nose before she even tried it.
There's one. I mean, you need like 3. You got a trash bucket.
How many of these are you planning on making?
I don't care. I like fried onions, so we can.
Oh man, I love them.
Patty Joe's in.
What's up, Patty
Hey,
Joe?
Patty Joe.
Oh, I didn't read beer as beer. I read it as beef, and I was like, oh, they got beef. What's the issue? Because Drunken Chef goes, Patty Joe, I'm hearing you got beer. And he goes, oh, I always have beer here.
Yes.
So I read it as beef, like drama.
Hamburger.
No, like drama.
Oh. Like
It's a slang
You
term.
got beef with me?
Okay.
Not where's the beef?
Okay.
It's a slang term.
Yeah. So yes, Patty Joe's beer. I can tell you that is the best non-alcoholic beer I think I've ever had. Why non-alcoholic? Because I am an alcoholic that is in what do we call it? Recovery, remission. Been on the sober train for quite a few years now. Actually discovered non-alcoholics. Not really discovered, but allowed myself to have that a couple years ago, and it's done great. So instead of saying I can't have that, I can have a nice beer with dinner if it's a non-alcoholic.
So he laughed. He said, ha ha ha, no drama here.
Yeah. Yeah, Chef's good, man. I like Drunken Chef, man. Good dude. He's got him a new seasoning out. Drunken Chef's got a couple seasonings.
Okay.
Rusty, in a second, I think you might want to watch your arm. If Dad's gonna like that.
I turned it down.
It wouldn't take me but 1 second to realize that. But
Well,
thank you for sparing
because
me that
he's
1
using-
second.
Because he's using that thing, I turned it down so we didn't get the big flame up that Pickles likes.
Carrie's in. Hi, Carrie.
Carrie, how's the new house?
Why did you say it like that?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I think being around a couple of swimmers is
Stop.
those guys crack me up. You need here's a bowl.
Looking to see. We got another onion.
Yep, right behind.
Carrie, you gotta come get your friend.
Yeah, we're a train wreck. That could be it, the bearded train wreck. That could be us, the bearded train wrecks.
That's what you are.
We are. We're terrible.
So, Rusty,
Yes.
you know when it's raining real bad. You know, like not to wear slides, right?
But
Right?
I don't have slides, so I never wear slides.
Well, your buddy over there, in his defense, it wasn't raining hard when we left.
It had finished
But-
raining, and the sky was clearing.
The sky was gray,
It was
Got it.
clearing.
but it's been raining all day. He decided to wear his slides, his favorite slides, without any socks. He steps in puddles.
Why would you wear socks with slides?
I normally do.
Oh, really?
Everybody does. It's
I
like
don't.
wearing socks with Crocs.
He doesn't wear Crocs either.
No. But my slides, I keep them at the sliding door, so when I go on my back deck, I slide them on because if I get a splinter in my foot, I won't feel it. And Teresa had to get a splinter out the other day because I went out to my smoker barefoot and I got a splinter from my deck. But I don't ever wear socks with them.
Carrie said the house is amazing. Thanks for asking. You don't want me to come and help. I'm a big train wreck too.
I
Patty
see your
Joe.
TikToks, Carrie. You and me, it's a good thing we're friends.
Ew. Patty
Well,
Joe
if we
goes,
weren't-
I thought I was the only train wreck. No,
if we
this
weren't
man's a
friends,
train
we
wreck.
would be friends. We would find ourselves on TikTok. Because it's like, she'll send me stuff, and then I'll find it, and then it'll come up in my feed.
Sleeper barbecues in.
Oh, Lance, what's up, buddy?
Oh, that's Lance.
Yeah,
That would make sense.
he did a really nice.
Carrie said, I love socks with Crocs and socks with slides. See, it just makes sense.
See, and it's really weird because I can wear socks with and go outside and walk the yard and all that stuff. I'd rather do that than barefoot. And I don't like wearing Crocs or slides without socks. I don't know why. That's hot.
Dad. Yeah, Lee. I love the stupid funny stuff. Well, then you loved what he just did.
That's my girl. We're a train wreck. That's okay.
Hi, Lance.
The bearded train wrecks. That could be us. The bearded train wreck. That's got a ring to it, don't it? So for some of y'all that just joined, Cub and I were talking about when she kind of slides away out of it. It's just me and the Rusty Show. Maybe changing the name from Cooking with the Cubs to something else. So I don't know. We're coming up with names. So if you guys got a couple names, the Bearded Grill Jocks was one. Grill Jocks. What was the other one?
I don't remember.
Anyway, the Forgetful too.
Yeah, but you see how your mandolin, these are a little thick. They're usually half that size, and yours just doesn't have the adjustment knob. That's all.
Carrie said hashtag the bearded train wreck.
The Bearded Train Wreck. That sounds good to me. All right, so now what we got to do?
Now we gotta wait.
This one's hot. It's hot as all get out.
Yeah, how's your hand
Yeah,
going?
that was up there. Now we got to drop some on, right? We need a little bit of bacon grease.
We don't drop any on yet.
Any onion?
No. You put down your beef patty.
Oh,
Then you put the onions on top of that, and then you smash it down. For those of you that aren't aware of the let me say the history of the Oklahoma onion burger,
drop some knowledge, Rusty.
back in the 20s, during the Depression, beef was extremely expensive for the population back then. Onions were dirt cheap. So I cannot remember the man's name or the name of his restaurant, but he decided in order to make a big, fulfilling burger at a lower cost for his customers, he decided to make a big onion burger. And his process was simply, he used 40% beef and 60% onion. The onion was mainly a filler. And so that made his burger seem to be a whole lot larger, but it was really just cheap onion. And that's how the onion burger got started. And the onions here, they're usually paper thin where you can almost see through them. But these are a little bit thicker than normal. But that's where the burger came from. Now, one thing you notice about a smash burger, one thing you want that crust on the bottom. The only way you get that crust is from the high heat of the actual griddle. These onions have got so much moisture in them that normally you take the onions, you're going to put them in a cheesecloth, and you twist it and wring it out just to squeeze out as much of that water as you possibly can. Because what cools down the griddle faster than anything? Water. So you want to make sure there's as little water on here as possible, because all that does, as soon as it comes into contact with the griddle, lowers the temperature, which will keep the crust from forming. Because by the time the heat gets up high enough again to give you that crust, your burger's already going to be done, and it's not going to facilitate the purpose of having the high heat, because there won't be a burger on there. You got to take it off. But we're not wringing it out this time.
Pop. Pickle said bearded jocks with socks and Crocs.
Bearded jocks with socks and Crocs.
Okay. These are factory.
James.
And now is whenever we would apply the seasoning. If you're going to do any salt and pepper or whatever.
There's we pick something behind you.
James is in.
Steve Lane and I don't know if that was open.
Dwayne said food from linear times are now gourmet items.
Let's grind some smoke bomb.
Steve Smoke Bomb, all right.
Carrie said, since moving, I've gotten a new toy. I got the Pit Boss Vertical Smoker Pro Series.
I saw that you put up that you did ribs.
Wait a minute.
No beard nets allowed, is what Sleeper said.
The what?
Lance
Yeah.
said no beard nets allowed.
No beard nets.
Beard hammock.
We're not going with the beard hammocks.
No.
The bearded hammocks.
I don't know how well that's gonna work. I don't know how well that's gonna work.
It's going to work perfect. There's no way to mess it up. Now, normally, whenever these were invented and made back then, the Spanish yellow onion was the onion that was used, because that was the most prevalent onion of the time and the cheapest onion of the time. Me personally, I'm a huge fan of Vidalia onions. I just love the sweetness. And
Hey yo, Sent 1000 said bearded diapers you guys need.
Bearded diapers.
Hey yo.
Yes,
Dwayne said, ironically, the drummer from ZZ Top, Frank Beard, has no beard.
yeah, if I can put my finger on it.
All right, especially behind you. I got burger hands. Ooh, there's a good cross. Bless you. So, Grandpa was in. He left out this week.
That's all glitching. The whole phone's glitching.
Huh?
Your whole phone camera is glitching.
Is it?
Yes.
We got some storms brewing in today. Again, we had the power out. Blew it last night because all the clocks were messed up when I came down this morning.
Carrie goes, Nolan, how's life?
Grandpa, so you sent me a message about the Blackstone E-Series 17-inch being on sale. And Grandpa's been looking for one. So he said, well, let's go. So we went.
Thank you.
And Grandpa ended up becoming a Blackstoner. And we fried up, we did some peppers and
Maggie's
We need to have a
in.
bun ready. Because these are going to be done any second now.
Good morning, Maggie.
You're going to do cheese. You have cheese.
You know, I forgot cheese. I really did. Because for some reason I was thinking there was none. So, what I have, for anybody that's paying attention, that knows, probably toast this. I have the Arnold bread. That's what I have for us. Because I had we went out to eat last night, and the regular bread, I mean, my legs are stiff as all get out from bread yesterday anyway, but that just, the starch in it just inflames. So.
Sent 1000 said, who needs cheese when you have sauteed jalapenos.
Ooh, and I didn't bring jalapenos either. But I have tiger sauce.
Dad, Maggie's in.
Morning, Maggie. How's the crazy life of Mags?
She needs a TV channel.
Yep.
I think I might have Mags help me make the cookies.
And Brian and Jen, we've had Brian on before. We keep talking to them about starting a YouTube channel, and they're still slow on. They were thinking about doing like daily vlogs or something, just to get started.
I was gonna say, what their channel would be based on.
Yeah, they were thinking about doing daily vlogs, and then they're like, well, we don't know. I was like, I watch people do shopping hauls. It's you can get into anything. I've been watching this kid lately who does truck camping, and he shows basically he's going to spend the night in wherever, and he goes out there and they stop at the store. He buys something for dinner, and he cooks on his little camp stove in his truck. He ran an air fryer in his truck, and that's his channel. And he shows him making the meal, and then he sleeps. Cuts it off while he sleeps, and then comes back on in the morning, shows where, the view from the park or wherever he's at in the morning, and that's his channel. So.
And now you see how these onions did not stay on top of the burger? The whole reason that happened is because these are so thick, they're rolling off. Whereas whenever they were paper thin, whenever they caramelized, they almost stick to the burger. They just fold over and stay on. But man, that's gonna be good.
Yeah, that's gonna be some good eats right there. That's why we kind of did a lot. And we got some Uncle Steve's sauce with no name, or we have tiger sauce or Duke's mayo. So we can dress that dude any way we want. Set that over here for the thumbnail. Ow.
So let's move these over there, because for some reason this one's not getting hot.
Oklahoma burger was 5 cents.
Back in the day, yeah. Well, if we need to cut that one off, we can. We'll just cut that one off.
Yeah, that hole is just glitching.
I wonder if it's getting hot. You want to see that?
If I should have seasoned it before I put the onions on.
That's all right. Use that black, this one here, black and stuff.
All right. I just got me a bottle of their whiskey burger seasoning whenever I was at Walmart the other day.
Yeah.
I called you. Haven't tried it yet.
Well, I've been wanting to experiment more with some of these blackened raws. So I bought this one because I wanted to try it, and my man Butch over at Crazy Pop was using it, and I was like, ooh.
I've seen the Crazy Pop channel. I've seen a couple of his shows, and it's. I mean, I don't want to say nothing bad about the guy. I mean, I'm glad that he's doing it. He's enjoying it.
Yeah.
But it seems like it's a carbon copy of something like Blackstone Betty or something. It's like you can, and I'm sure that that's
They're affiliate, like they're in cahoots. Like they do Blackstone stuff together.
right.
Yeah.
But it's like I see her do one, and then all of a sudden he's got a video doing the exact same thing. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. That's the whole purpose of doing these instructional videos, is to teach somebody else to do it. Now he might put a different vegetable or a different spice and put his little twist on it.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see him do some original content.
Yeah. He's a pretty slow dude, and he's here in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now he made one Blackstone Jambalaya, the video that I saw. And I mean, it was really great. The same ingredients, just about we do on our shrimp oil.
Yeah.
And he did it all on the Blackstone, and it was, really intriguing. Something I'd like to try.
Right.
I just haven't got around to it yet. That's a lot of groceries to put on the grill for whenever nobody else in the family. Well, Tommy likes it, but Teresa, very picky.
Yeah.
And that's what, for me to make something that the way I want, the way I would enjoy it, I got to really be careful not to put certain stuff in there because Teresa will need it.
Right. Right. Oh, good cut. Ooh, that's a good one, yeah. So, Cub, we got senior night coming up this week. I'm hoping to get, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm hoping to get a little video of it.
That one's so glitching. Like everything's pixelated.
No. I don't know what's going on with
I'm
that.
gonna take it out.
We'll switch to Wi-Fi. See if that works.
It's not because the whole Wi-Fi thing's disconnected. So
Huh?
Nothing.
I don't know.
Bread?
Oh, sorry.
Where is it? Okay.
I got burger hands.
You turn this one on.
Probably got enough residual to start the next posting.
Anything?
Yeah. So yeah, senior night is coming up.
You need me to come and video it? I will.
Sant1000 said, "Did y'all pay for more data or miss the payment?"
It's a 20-year-old phone. They're
Well,
using this one extra.
This one's not that old.
Although that ain't the old one you were using.
No. So I've got a Note 3, a Samsung Note 3 that I was going to use, and it only runs on Wi-Fi. And it was glitching so bad that time you were talking about. So
I thought that was the same phone.
No, so I stopped using that, and that's my my Samsung whatever Plus. It's fairly new. I got it last December,
Oh, okay.
but I don't know. It's been acting weird. Like I get overheating.
I'm wondering because it's so close to this if it's not getting hot.
Yeah, so it's overheated like I don't know how many times. So I don't know. This whole production thing's still a work in progress, but we're having fun. That's what matters. And we're eating good. And we're eating good. So, last week's video was the podcast. I don't know if anybody caught that. That was a pretty cool little thing. Did you watch it? No. Okay. I know it was long. It was like almost 40 minutes, but it was like the video of me and Bradley with Into the Apex sitting down and talking about our experience that weekend with the video thing and the video racing that he does. He kind of opened it up and shared it with us, and we got to drive in his rig. And then we went to Virginia there to the raceway and, tailgated that dude. And it was a lot of fun. Something completely different that, Mom and I have not done. And we were in his wheelhouse and we brought our wheelhouse. And the downside is we set the bar kind of high for the boy. Because their idea of tailgating was just, you got the plates. No, you got the plate. Great plate. Their idea of tailgating is just 2 chairs and a cooler. So we brought the canopy, the chairs, the sides. We brought it. Food, snacks. They normally don't have snacks.
What?
Yeah.
Tailgate with no food?
Well, they don't normally tailgate. They just walk around and try to get whatever's there. So,
Oh, they munch off of other people's food.
well, they get like whatever
The concessions?
are there. But silly with all these stuff. But anyway, that was fun. Oh yeah, this is fake fun. That was a good time. So I mean, I know it was a long video, but pretty fun. I'd never been on an actual podcast like that. Like I've done several interviews and whatnot, and to actually be set up on the podcast, you know, kind of made me feel like Cosmo for a minute, you know, but a little bit more dumbed down because it's me. But it was a lot of fun, so that's what matters. I know this week's been kind of crazy. Dad was in, and you know, I try to spend as much time with the old man when he's in. So he got to see 2 swim meets while he was in.
Oh, that's good.
Yep, he had a good time.
I like calling people old when they're like a year or a couple years older than me. It's just fun.
So that's the Jolly Roger
Jolly Roger.
from Loot and Booty.
Oh,
I've never
cool.
tried it.
You got the pig on the skull and crossbones.
That's his logo, and then it's a garlic jalapeno black rub. So something kind of different. So I got some videos I got to catch up on. I did see my friends over at Black Pot Full House Cooking already uploaded their video for today, so if y'all get a chance, go check them out. Drunken Chef usually goes live shortly after I do.
You're not going to be able to smash those with the bread there.
Oh, daggone it. I knew there's a reason why I'm here. Screw up so you can correct me. That might be the theme of our show is I screw up and you fix it. Rusty gives you the history and I just do the whatever.
I just happen to have a good bit of unneeded knowledge.
Yep, I have a lot of useless information.
I mean, I have unneeded knowledge, but mine's about like how to get away with body, serial killer knowledge.
Funny you should say that. Yesterday, I did my first barbecue judging competition without my shadow. So,
I'm the shadow.
because he was
Oh,
busy with you know, doing the swim meet. So I went. This one was only 35 miles from the house, so I just went by myself. Our table captain was an actual retired forensic pathologist, and she does telephone interviews and explains, you know, the autopsies and things. Right now, she's doing a special with Fox on the Murdahl murders. Whoever Murdahl is, I think that's like the man who set up his own murder or something like that. But anyway, she's doing a special on that now. But it was really neat to sit there thinking, because that's the kind of stuff that Teresa watches all day long.
I love it.
And to see to have someone here.
I was talking to Tommy because he was like, "What are you watching?" I said, "Criminal Minds," because I can't fall asleep without it anymore. It's my comfort show. Carrie said, "Hey, are you a swimmer?" Peyton is a swimmer. She graduated last year.
Yep. So,
And she
Is
joined.
Peyton in?
Huh?
Is Peyton in?
No.
Oh. I was going to tell her hi.
No, Peyton's not in. She's
No.
sleeping.
So, Peyton, you know, our college, well, whatever you want to call it, entry to the college. She gets this bright idea she's going to go with one of her friends to go home. The girl was going home. So Peyton's like, yeah, I'll ride with you, whatever. Okay. Not knowing where this girl's home is. So she asks her, you know, she's telling Mom about it, and Mom says, okay, well, where's home?
I don't know.
Guess where the girls lives?
Ohio.
Charlotte.
Oh.
So they were going to Charlotte to go to Coyote Joe's
Been there many times.
Stay at her mama's place, and then drive back to Western.
Without coming by and visiting Mama?
Yep.
Oh.
So they didn't get home till like 4 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning. Because Mom was up watching Live 360, of course.
Live 360. What is that one?
So it's a phone thing where you can see where your kids are at. So it shows where the phone's at.
Oh.
So it didn't stop moving until about 4:30 in the morning. Well, by like 2 o'clock, they're back in Western. So they didn't sleep much.
Hmm.
And Mom was like, "You went all the way to Charlotte."
But you also have to realize her reason to go to Charlotte was not to see you. She was driving with her friend.
Yep. So, Mom was like...
And they had a time crunch.
So Mom was like a little kind of sideways about it, but it didn't last long. She didn't stay sideways long.
If we stayed sideways every time you guys did something, we always would be sideways.
Well, them guys are the parents.
Exactly.
So you don't have no reason to be sideways.
We could be sideways. I figured she'd be watching her dad.
I thought she'd be watching too.
Oh no, she's got her independence and her freedom.
I remember those days.
Yeah, she doesn't talk to us. Mom has to go through the oldest daughter to get a message to her. That's how bad it is. That's how it is. So, but whatever. She hasn't gotten arrested, so I reckon that's a good thing.
One of the teachers at my school told Reagan to tell me that we can't get arrested yet.
Well, you don't need a teacher to tell you that. Your own common sense should tell you that.
Yeah, but the teacher was like, while you guys are going on weekends, do not get arrested, do not add to the population, do not subtract from the population.
That's good sound advice.
It is.
Because he looks at Reagan and goes, "Where's Nolan?" She calls me and I'm not laying in bed. And she goes, "Coach wants to talk to you." I said, "What's up, Coach?" It was just like, "Nolan, I'm telling you and Reagan the same thing. You cannot go to jail. You cannot add from the you cannot add to the population. You cannot minus from the population. You cannot do this, that, and the other." And we're like, "Do you really have to tell us that? Come on now."
Uncle Steve's picnic.
A little bit of
time.
I laugh every time I say that. My inner 12-year-old.
And I hate being blind. I'm sure you're sitting up here watching me like, slow down, Steve, slow down.
Like, it'll come out fast. He keeps tipping it up.
That's what she said.
Yep. So, Cub, what was your thoughts on yesterday?
Oh, I was finna knock somebody out.
Well, yeah, you can talk about that. Because as long as we don't say names.
I'm not gonna say names, and I'm not gonna say what happened. I'm not gonna say why. I just was gonna knock somebody out.
It wasn't our kid. Our kids. One of our kids.
And then I would have knocked 2 people out.
So let's put it there. It wasn't a kid on our team.
No. It was a kid on another team deciding that he wanted to be wilding out, say the wrong things, and act like he was big bad and he wasn't. I was going to knock him out. Really.
Well, I'm glad you showed personal restraint and did not do that.
I didn't, but one of my teammates helped me. They got up in his face like he got up in mine. I have my little bodyguards on the team, and it's a great thing.
I'll make a triple.
Ooh.
That's not gonna look right.
That's all right. Ooh, don't open that one.
Let's not
Wrong
use that
side.
Coming out yet?
Yeah, it's on there. It's on there. There's a pile this high. But it looks like an anthill, but It's okay. I might have to put the
Sent 1000 said my personal opinion is to remove all warning signs from things. I am not implying or suggesting nothing, but remove all warning signs.
on the mandolin. Ow, that was hot. The grease jumped up and bit me. Okay. Smashing is done.
But I'm glad that I stepped down from captain.
Yeah,
Because it wasn't what I wanted to do.
it's a bummer because captain is it's a big responsibility and it's a good thing, but the situation
that occurred.
without getting into it too deep, it was better for her to say,
Yeah.
I'd rather be an independent captain.
But I will say, yesterday at the meet,
Ooh, look at that. Perfect.
one of the captains, he looks at me, gives me that look, and I was like, okay. So I said what I needed to say, and he comes over to me, he goes, I'm glad that you're not captain anymore. I said, why is that? He goes, because we can't say the things that need to be said. We can't say them. But that's why we look at you, and you'll say it, because you know what we're saying.
Which that was the big thing with why she stepped out from captain.
It's because I don't feel like I have to.
Yeah, it wasn't taken from her. She said, hey, I've got things that I need to say, and I don't want to think about how to say it PC. Politically correct. So she didn't want, basically you don't want to have to PG it. So,
Yeah.
because, she uses me as her example.
I do. Because I get
I don't know
told.
if that's good or bad.
I don't know. But your dad, your wife, all said that I'm the exact person as you, just a girl.
Yep.
So I don't know if that's good or bad.
I don't know.
But, hey, man. We just be getting jiggy with it.
We just be getting it. But, I don't know, I can't brag on the swim team enough. I tried not to talk Mom's ear off last night, but I'm proud of them, all of them. Our one girl, she went off the block.
I
one
will
boy
say.
had trouble with it.
This is the last of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say.
We're going to do one triple or a double and a single?
We can do a double and single, it's fine.
I will
You
say
got extra
one of the girls, the blocks at the aquatic center that we were at are a pain in your butt. Everybody hates them except for like the people who swim at that pool. But the one girl, she got up there and she was like, I can't do it. And it was because the block wedge wasn't all the way back.
Yeah, a couple of guys were complaining about that, and you don't have time to adjust it. So
You just gotta go.
It's set, and then that's it. So,
So Sentinel 1000 said, I would just say things despite what people tell me. I do that too, but now I don't feel like wrong about it.
Yeah.
Not that I felt wrong about it before.
You don't have to really think about, I'm going to get in trouble by the coach.
Yeah, I can just say it.
By the head coach. Does Coach Pops?
With the situation that happened, Dad would have just let me
I'm
go.
pretty laid back when it comes to kid drama. If I got to intervene, I'll intervene, but
He said, I even heard my family talking about how I need to learn to be more politically correct, but then not follow their own advice.
Yep. But I'll say a lot of the kids kind of step up for themselves, and if they see something wrong, they jump on.
Oh yeah, like
and that's
yesterday.
what I like.
Yesterday it really hit me that my team got me because one of the boys that I was gonna knock him out, Dad. I really wanted to. He got all up in my face, yelling and cussing and using derogatory terms. And when the boys relay came back in, they saw that and got up in his face, and I was like, "Hey man, You mess around the wrong people. I don't know what to tell you. You mess.
Our
You
team-
FA and you. They FA and FO.
I
don't
mean,
know what to tell
there were so many kids there.
you. FA FO.
It was a mess.
Is that what is FAF?
Don't, it's derogatory.
Oh.
It's not derogatory.
It's not something that
You
Miss
speak a whole different language than what I'm used to. Sometimes.
It's not something that Carrie wants to hear right at this point in time.
I think Carrie
Carrie will
would.
say text it to me later, but
She will. I'll text it to you in a minute.
But anyway, cut this off now.
Pickles, you lying. Stop lying. He goes, I'm always polite and follow the rules. Boy, stop lying.
But so, what are your predictions for today?
Really, the only game that I've even paid any attention to is the Carolina Cleveland game. And
Maggie goes, I get you, no.
I'm predicting
I
Carolina
got
to
the
win
facts.
and for
By how much?
Baker Mayfield to really show out and let Cleveland know what he can do. And by how much, I'm going to guess.
Of course you do, Mags. I got it from you, bro.
24-10.
24-10. Whew. I don't know. I think my prediction on it's going to be Carolina. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I mean, Baker's got he's got some talent, but he tries to overdo it, to overshow himself. So,
Yeah.
and I think the defense is really going to step up, and I think he's going to get sacked a lot. So I think I'm going to go 17-13 Carolina.
Okay.
Either
way, a W is a W.
Yeah. And then Bengals, I just
Okay, I
hope
texted you. It's on TikTok. I got you.
the Bengals, I hope they just beat Pittsburgh or the Steelers. I caught myself.
Lance said at Pickles, I am always polite and follow the rules. I'm back. Did Lee start a comedy hour?
I should, man. When Bradley was talking about we should do a podcast. You know, he's like, you guys should do a podcast. I was like, who the hell is going to want to watch us or listen to us just chit chat? And I was like, wait, we do that anyway. But we provide entertainment though, so it's not just listening to us.
You happen to have a cup of water? I can go ahead and loosen up all this fun as well.
Everything's in the fridge.
Are we?
I didn't bring any. I didn't set anything up. There's half one open in the door. But,
Are we watching the game?
yeah.
Like as families or separately?
Well, I'm gonna have it on, so if they want to come down,
Y'all want to come down and watch the game? Or do y'all want us to come to you?
there's a good chance I might fall asleep on the floor. But I'm just saying.
Because
I don't care.
we haven't watched a football game together in a while.
No, we watched
And it makes me mad because we always used to come up and watch football
a
games.
long time ago. We did, yeah.
And the video projector I told you that I ordered, it came in. Tommy has been seeing this girl he met on one of those swipe apps.
Lordy.
Oh, she is awesome. She is really sweet. At first, me and Teresa were asking
Was
questions.
that wait? Was it the buy your payers?
Oh!
Does she speak English?
But he said he had to go pick her up. And so Teresa said, why don't she just drive here? And then he said, well, she said she don't have her license. But how old is this girl? She's 23. Okay. Well, she just moved here from New Jersey, and she said she hasn't had a chance to get her license swapped over. I said, well, a New Jersey license works just fine in South Carolina. And we started asking all these questions then because we started thinking maybe he's getting catfished or something. And he answered with the best he could with what knowledge he had, which wasn't good enough for me and Teresa. Then we started saying, where is she going? No, he said that she was going to school. So we said, what is she going to school for? And he said, I don't know. And I'm like, what do you talk about when you talk to this girl? And he
Remember
said,
the old $1.99 for the first 2 minutes?
Oh, I remember. But we just started asking all these questions, and he didn't have answers for. And we're like, these are the questions that you ask when you get to know somebody. And finally, we set up this new projector I got because at our crab boil or shrimp boil, Lee and I were talking about broadcasting the games on the side of the house and enjoying outside time since it's getting cooler. And so while we were talking about it, I'll be darned, the very next day, all of a sudden my phone is getting bombarded with advertisements for this projector and screen.
So if you think the government
Somebody's
is
listening. And so I ordered it because it was $189 marked down to $59. I'm like, $60, what the heck? And so then they came in, and the very first day that she came over to visit, we set it up in the backyard and everything, and backed up my truck to the side of the building where we had the screen, and they had a movie night, and we actually got to meet this girl and talk to her, and that's when we found out she was real. But she is really sweet, and still don't understand the driving situation, but at least we know that she was real.
What is it, an Israeli prince that's going to help you with your car loan or something?
I don't know. It's a mess.
It sounds kind of...
But
He's a mess.
But this projector works incredibly well. And then I bought the cable to connect your iPhone straight to it.
Yeah.
So you broadcast straight from your phone. You can also hook up the Fire Stick and broadcast straight from the Fire Stick. And so the first night when we set it up, it didn't come in until like 6:30, and she was coming over at 7:30. And so we had an hour to get it all set up and figure out how it worked and stuff, so they would be able to enjoy the movies. And whenever we hooked it up, I didn't have time to read everything, so I grabbed my laptop, hooked up my laptop to the HDMI cable, and they went to Netflix on my laptop and
Oh, so they Netflixed it too.
HBO, HBO Max, and all that stuff, and it went from my laptop to the camera. Then the very next day, I was able to read everything and saw that, hey, we can just plug in the Fire Stick, and then we needed this cable. You could just plug in your phone. And so now we did that, and then my Wi-Fi tailgater, because all you had was the volume from the little speaker on this projector. And so I said, well, this says Bluetooth. Hooked up the phone to the my Bluetooth big speaker, and then the next time they used it, they had full sound and everything, and it works really
Erickson.
Good. Little Eric?
Good morning. I'm so glad I made it.
Oh, Eric.
Uncle Lee.
Little Eric. He's in Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, okay.
He's like 7 years old. He's got a little cooking channel. I miss seeing you, Eric. It's been a while. He's been busy with school and stuff.
But this screen has got the little
grommets
all the way around it, and so on my lean-to on the big white building in my backyard, I put little screws in so that the grommets would hang on it. So now I got to figure out. I'll use your PVC skills, and we'll probably be able to make a PVC frame and use zip ties for these grommets.
Yep.
And have because I started thinking, well, if I bring it down to Lee's house, we're not drilling in the side of his house and putting screws in.
Oh, Mama, I haven't fit with that one.
So we'll come up with some type of a
I think that's
frame.
a good idea.
Definitely
Family
something to play
football.
with. Well, I think we're going to get a couple snapshots, and we'll go ahead and eat, and we'll head on up out of here.
Alright.
So I hope everybody had a great week. I hope you have a wonderful week coming up. We got senior night coming up, so we'll
This
try
Thursday. Woohoo.
to get some video of that, and
I'm getting old.
yeah, it's going to be our last senior night with the swim kids.
You're doing this next year, so.
So, the last senior night with one of my kids.
There we go.
So, well, all right, everybody enjoy your day, and hopefully.
Bye, Aunt Ann.
Oh, Aunt Ann's in.
She was in the whole time.
Oh, she was in the whole time. Well, I hope we didn't.
Pretty sure, yeah.
We didn't offend her.
No. She got on me because when I put on the about the video, the podcast, she said, "You're talking about your aunties again." And I did a little bit, but it was all good. So when I become big and famous, I'm taking everybody with me.
Well, you got a big family.
I said I'm not going to forget those who helped me get to where I'm at. So I'm taking the fam with me. So, all right, well, let's get out of here. Remember, there's 2 rules in cooking. Did you have fun? Did it taste good? Rock on. Y'all are awesome.
September 11th.